Houston housing headlines focus on a cooling market with homes sitting longer, but at the high end, the reality is the exact reverse. This data reveals that against all expectations, the most expensive homes in Houston are actually the fastest to sell. Across the metro area, the typical home takes 26 days to go under contract. For properties over $1 million, that median time drops to under 2 weeks, 12 days. This chart breaks down the time on market by price tier, showing a clear downward staircase. As the price goes up, the days on market go down. That 12-day turnaround for the top tier is the shortest of any bracket we track. If you are looking for where the market is tightest right now, the scarcity is at the absolute top, not the starter home level. The luxury tier is moving quickly, and it is also taking up a larger share of the overall market. In May, homes priced over $1 million accounted for a record 6% of all Houston closings. This line graph maps that share over the trailing 16 months, showing how that 6% figure is the highest mark in our window, up from about 5% a year ago. Counting individual homes only tells part of the story. To see the real impact, you have to weigh the total capital changing hands. Those 6 out of 100 sales captured 22.5% of all the money spent on real estate in the city. The city's overall price per square foot is softening slightly, yet nearly a quarter of all real estate dollars flow directly through the luxury tier. A price cut is the clearest indicator of a seller losing leverage. It shows anxiety and market slack. Across Houston right now, nearly a third of all active listings have dropped their asking price. At the top end, fewer than $1 and $5 million listings have made a concession on their initial ask. This chart tracks active price cuts by bracket. You can see how high cut rates plague the sub $500,000 bands, while sellers in the million-plus band hold their ground. By the time these top-tier homes reach the closing table, sellers are retaining over 97% of their original asking price. They hold a stronger hand in negotiations right now. Looking at a metro-wide average only goes so far. Houston's million-dollar market actually fractures into several distinct, highly localized microeconomies. The bulk of this high-end business runs through a specific group of close-in enclaves: Memorial, West University, River Oaks, Bel Air, and the Memorial Villages. This scatterplot maps prime zip codes by price versus speed. West University, bottom right, commands high premiums, but moves in a week, pricey, and liquid. River Oaks, top right, carries the highest price tags, but takes around 26 days to close. Pricing a $2 million home based on citywide data is a mistake. The specific zip code dictates your timeline and your leverage. Lumping every home over $1 million into one group covers up the most important dividing line in the data. This chart splits the high end into tranches. Homes between $1 and $5 million sit firmly in the fast zone, closing under 3 weeks. Cross the $5 million threshold and reality fractures. Transaction times stretch to nearly 2 months and sellers concede ground. Stepping back to look at inventory explains why that primary $1 million to $5 million band feels so restricted. This graphic compares months of supply. The million-plus tier sits at a tight 2.5 months, noticeably lower than the 2.8 months for Houston as a whole. While the city's housing inventory gradually loosens overall, the most expensive bracket remains choked by a lack of supply. The data points to a very specific set of rules for anyone entering this polarized environment right now. This playbook reveals the strategy: selling between $1 and $5 million, price to comps, not the dream, for a fast close. Above $5 million, expect to negotiate. Buyers in that $1 to $5 million core need aggressive offers immediately. Only buyers above $5 million possess genuine leverage. Headlines about a cooling Houston market apply to the middle. The highest priced homes are moving the fastest. Check the numbers for yourself. And read the complete localized breakdown at realtydecode.com.